All right, friends, we've got our swivel screen monitor installed. First thing you'll notice is the screen's actually angled back and kind of pointed up, so it's a better sight angle, which is very nice. But for me, I think the best advantage is being able to angle it towards me and be able to operate a lot better with it being pointed towards me. We're going to go on and do a little ride out,
now turn left onto Southboard Road.
Let's see how it works on a little short road trip around the neighborhood. It is definitely got a better sight angle for me in my bad eyes. So we're just gonna go out here and see if FSD will make this turn and let it drive us. Oh yeah, nice little hustle there. Oh yeah, this is much better visibility of the screen. Looking at the trips, routes, way more better for me, you know, from a driving perspective. I have to look a little lower. I wish it were just a shade bit higher, but just being able to have the screen facing me and angled up towards me is very, very important with my eyes and visibility. But I would also like to maybe rotate it a little bit because this end seems to fall off. It really isn't. It's more of an optical illusion. It is still perfectly horizontal in here. Just from my viewing angle, it looks like it's leaning off to the right side. But all in all, it seems to be doing well, and FSD is not giving me as much of grief. Notice I was looking at the screen quite a bit, but FSD was not giving me grief about looking at the screen as much. So that's pretty doggone cool. Also, FSD is getting so much better as well. But this is just a little short trip. I had it set to take me to the office to work, which is only a couple of miles away. And this is 13.2.4. I believe there's now a 13.2.5 that some of the beta testers have. But this certainly seems to be working quite well. Let's see if it's gonna, yeah, it's gonna stop. I was getting a little nervous there. I was wanting to grab a hold of the brake with that car in front of us, but it definitely stopped. And there's definitely a difference in having it in standard and in chill. In standard, it drives more like a person would, a little more aggressively, got a little more aggression in it, but not crazy. Chill, obviously, it's very, very laid back, very slow to react, very cautious when it reacts. But yeah, I think I'm gonna, let's see, this yellow light's up here. Yeah, it's slowing down. It's now red. A little aggressive there on that last little bit of a stop. That's okay. Certainly is doing quite well here. Alrighty, I hope you enjoyed our video today and on installing the HANSHOW tilt swivel, screen tilt swivel. Had I done it before, it would have probably gone a lot faster. But going through it the first time, even though I watched a couple of videos and even took notes about the video, there are subtle things in the installation that don't always come through in the video. I think the most important thing is that remounting that screen on that tilt swivel is a little bit difficult because you actually have to hold it up against the bracket and insert the bolts from underneath. And whoa, it did not do very well at judging that car. It just turned right in front of me. We had plenty of time, but it was a little bit aggressive there. He didn't have his lights on, and it was black vehicle. Probably did not recognize the vehicle as well. But FSD is still driving. Here I like to slow down a little bit. So I'm going to disengage it because it tends to take these speed bumps at about 25 miles an hour, and I like to take them around 10 or 15 miles an hour. So I'm going to turn around. I'm going to end this trip, and I'm going to turn around and have it take us back home. And I'll re-engage, navigate. To home. There we go. We'll get over the speed bump, and then I'll let FSD take over. Yeah, it's going to take me a little bit to get used to having this viewing angle on the screen, but it certainly is more amenable. Especially wish I had it for my long road trip. If I'd had it for my long road trip, I would have been able to kind of work with the screen a lot easier without getting too far away from FSD and maybe striking out with FSD. Let's see how it handles this turn. Stop sign, it's stopped, nothing coming. It's clear. It's accelerating nicely. Nice and smooth, got a green light up ahead. Now this might not be a great angle for the camera when I'm doing videos with FSD and driving, but certainly from the cockpit perspective, this is a lot nicer view for me. And I think it's going to be good on a road trip. Interesting that it put its blinker on here. It went from where there was a single lane and a split, but it let everybody know it was splitting to the right. That's new. I don't think I've noticed that before in FSD. So this version, I haven't driven as much with this version. And that was pretty cool that it changed lanes over. However, I did drive this version once already, and there were some emergency vehicles on the side of the road, and the recognizer did not show any emergency vehicle lights or act like it had even recognized the emergency vehicle. In the recognizer here, the 3D recognizer, the emergency vehicle just looked like a panel box truck, not an ambulance that it was. So I think they got to do some more work with being able to recognize emergency vehicles and respond when there's emergency vehicles. Also to be able to respond when there are construction vehicles around. Just different things that Tesla can work on as they come out with future versions of FSD. But already with this 13.2.4, seemed to be a incremental increase, not a monumental increase, but certainly some tremendous improvements. And it's daylight. It tends to drive, or at least my experience, it always has driven better when it was daylight and has more trouble when it's dark. But on these city streets with no traffic, it's doing pretty good. It's hugging that yellow line still on the right hand side. Basically it was separating itself from the center line and the outer rail of the bridge there, the overpass,
In 1,000 feet,
which is
turn right
pretty
onto
much
Western
behavior it's
Court.
been doing. And same thing here, when there's no cars parked on the edge, it cheats over to the right, even though up here typically if you're in the neighborhood, most people are going straight will be further to the left, which allows people that are turning right to come around them on the right side, which it's not a turn lane, but it's just kind of a courtesy. But the Cybertruck's doing fine. 13.2.4 is doing well, and I'm looking forward to some of the newer versions that are going to come out and actually have some parking in them. And and we're going to go ahead and
Now
disengage.
your destination is on the right.
There's no lines. I'm threatening to paint some lines on my driveway here so I can actually have it self-park. Alrighty, well that's it for our review video of the HANSHOW tilt swivel screen installation. I hope you enjoyed our video today. Thanks for watching.